Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn show, man. My apologies for being a couple minutes late. But it is January the 14th, and there are, I think, 7 games in the NBA for today. We'll go through those. As always, we can start with a quick recap of yesterday. The one official play I left you guys with yesterday was the Phoenix Suns, and man, just straight out the gate. You already knew they weren't going to win the game. They did come back. Grabbed a nice, multiple possession lead in the fourth quarter. And Dillon Brooks was just doing Dillon Brooks things, man. Straight knucklehead type of game from Dillon Brooks. And they do lose the game. Phoenix lose the game. Now, yesterday was a day where I had a chance to kind of like comb through the injury report late. So I ended up adding 3 plays, and they all won. And that's exactly what I needed. So 3 in one day. The only loser was that play. I also told you guys I really like Milwaukee and Minnesota first half over the one. I think it was 110.5 when we did the show yesterday. We ended up getting to 111. I sent it to the members yesterday. That one cashed pretty easily. First half over. Milwaukee played no defense. Minnesota was able to knock down a bunch of threes in the first half. And then what else did we add? We had an OKC team total under 119.5, the sweatiest winner ever. They finished right at 119. Couple shots they probably could have made late. Alex Caruso made a couple shots that he probably shouldn't have made. So, everything kind of balances itself out. And then the other play was on Denver. We took Denver once Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon got ruled in. I thought that, they just to win the game, they were like minus 142. I thought that was was going to be a winner. And it was. They were able to get the job done against New Orleans. New Orleans really struggles in the clutch. And for any of the members who, read the write-up, I said that fourth quarter time, Denver is the much better team, and the Pelicans always crumble in the fourth quarter. So 3 in one day yesterday. I need to replicate that today. For full transparency, I did not complete all my work for this slate. So we'll go through the games briefly, but I got a couple looks that I do want to share with you guys. So let's jump into it, man. Tommy says, good morning, D-Gens. Let's get paid. Last night was brutal. Had three team totals. Golden State over 118.5, Atlanta over 117.5, Pelicans over 116.5, Hawks and Pelicans left hanging the hook. Yeah, that's tough, man. Good morning, Prolific says, good morning, Chris. Numbers do lie, especially in the NBA. That's a fact. They absolutely do. Good morning, Taylor. Appreciate you for tapping in. Let's jump into it, man. Let's get straight to business today. So we'll start with Jackson. Jackson got smoked yesterday. Houston minus the 12. Just a very, very unreliable team right now. They did not cover that number. Pulled away late in the fourth quarter. I was watching that game, but they did not cover the 12. And then I think they won by 6. And then Phoenix and Miami under the 230.5. Phoenix, really great defensive team. Last night was the game that Tyler Hero decided, or the Heat decided, we got Tyler Hero. We got to figure this thing out. Up until then, hadn't seen that. Miami come out, bust Phoenix in the mouth early. Offense never really slows down a lot at all. I think a little bit in the third quarter. So that was the under 230.5 was a loser. As far as today, Jackson likes same prompt. What are the best NBA spread pick, NBA spread and total bet for today's slate based on clean the glass data, season long clean the glass data. Jackson likes the Knicks minus the 10.5. And I'll take you guys through that real briefly. It says the Knicks 25-14 travel to face the Sacramento Kings 10-30. In a matchup where efficiency metrics suggest a massive mismatch, while the spread is double digits, the statistical gulf between these two teams combined with their current trajectory makes the Knicks a strong play to cover on the road. The Knicks currently boast the third offensive rating at 120.3, driven by their elite shot making in a relentless attack from the perimeter. They're particularly dangerous from the corner, ranking first in corner 3-point frequency at 13.1%, second in corner 3-point accuracy at 44%. This is a nightmare for the Kings defense that ranks 28th in defensive rating, 27th in effective field goal percentage allowed at 56.6. So then there's matchup analysis and news. The Knicks enter the game with a significant momentum, returning with significant momentum following the return of Josh Hart, who recently sat out 8 games with an ankle injury. His presence stabilizes the rotation that already features the elite spacing of Karl-Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges. News reports indicate that the Knicks are looking to capitalize on the Kings team that is currently in a soft reset mode, actively shopping veterans like Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Sacramento's offense is completely stalled, ranking 29th in offensive rating, 30th in three-point shooting. They struggle significantly on the glass, ranking 30th in total rebound percentage at 46.7. The Knicks, who rank fourth in offensive rebound percentage, 31.9, should dominate second chance opportunities. Historically, the Knicks are 8-2 straight up and against the spread in their last 10 meetings against the Sacramento Kings. Giving the Kings a 29th ranked expected as far as expected win total goes, the Knicks' ability to outshoot and out rebound them makes the spread shorter than it should be. So Knicks minus 10.5. The other play is on the Denver Nuggets and the Dallas Mavericks under the 226.5. It says while both teams feature high-profile names, the current injury landscape and efficiency data suggests a lower-scoring defensive-minded affair. Both squads are missing their primary offensive engines, which should lead to a significant drop in scoring efficiency. So the Dallas Mavericks, 15-25, currently ranked 10th in defensive rating and are elite at defending the three-point line, ranking first in opponent three-point percentage, 32.9. Denver ranks number 1 in offensive rating, but that number is heavily skewed by the presence of Nikola Jokic, who is currently sidelined. So matchup analysis is the primary driver for the under is the massive void in the paint for both teams. Denver without Nikola Jokic, Jonas Valanciunas, Cam Johnson. This removes their primary playmaker and interior scoring threat. Dallas is equally depleted with Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, Derek Lively all ruled out. Without Davis and Jokic, the two most efficient players in the matchup, the two most efficient players in the matchup are gone. So news reports highlight that the Denver will rely heavily on Jamal Murray's high volume scoring, but Dallas's third-ranked effective field goal percentage defense is well equipped to throw multiple bodies at him. Dallas has struggled offensively all season, ranking 28th in offensive rating, and will rely heavily on rookie Cooper Flagg and Najee Marshall to carry the load, with both teams missing their front court hierarchy, and Dallas ranking first in three-point defense. Expect a grinded out game that struggles to clear the 220-point mark, let alone 226.5. So those are the two looks for Jackson today. Let's jump into what I have for you guys today. So first up, we'll start with Toronto and Indiana. Game will be played in Indiana today. I want to refresh the injury report really quickly. All right, so it's what I thought it was. RJ Barrett is listed as out for Toronto. Jakob Poeltl remains out as well. Mamush Kilishvili is also listed as questionable. Jacoby Waters is out as well. On the Indiana side of things, no Isaiah Jackson, no Benedict Mathurin, no Obi Toppin. So for Toronto, this is 3rd and 4, 4th and 6. All those games I think were played at home though. They had the back-to-back set with the Philadelphia 76ers, won the first one, lost the second one. And then on the Indiana side of things, it's their third straight home game. And they've been playing a lot better recently. Offensively, they've been playing a lot better. When I was looking into this game yesterday, they've won 3 straight. They've covered 4 straight. And, getting them here as a home dog, I think is a bit enticing. This is their meeting this season. Indiana has double in-season revenge, as they did against the Boston Celtics in that last spot as well. I looked into a couple of things. First is Toronto is just 8-10 straight up, 6-12 against the number without RJ Barrett this season. They're 6-1 to the under in games without RJ Barrett on the road as well. And that's where I kind of think that this game, that's what I kind of agree with. The total 223.5 is kind of low, but I really just don't trust Toronto offensively. They're not a great three-point shooting team. Indiana is a really good three-point defense, which kind of led me to Colin Murray Boyles over his 9.5 points. So if I transition over really quickly, I'm just gonna stop sharing for a second and get over to the outlier and show you guys what I was looking at. Let's minimize myself. So link is in the description if you guys are interested in checking out Outlier. Colin Murray Boyles is somebody that the way I think about the matchup should, have a pretty good game. So his points prop was listed at, it's already moved. It's up to 10.5. So it's probably some 9.5s out here. I didn't look around quite yet, but it looks like it did move this morning up to on most books up to 401 up to 10.5. And I think he's in a really good matchup here. A couple things I looked at was, first of all, it's just a great matchup versus an Indiana team that gives up a ton of stuff at the rim. I just talked about how they run teams off the three-point line. Colin Murray Boyles is he gets about 75% of his points at the rim. Minutes have continued to increase without Jakob Poeltl as well. If we go here and we click on this filter, we go games without Jakob Poeltl, we can see that he's averaging 28.3 minutes. And he's played big minutes. Like this Philly game, he played 42 minutes. That was the game that went to overtime, 31 minutes, and this was a blowout as well. So I do think that this is a really good matchup for somebody like him. Without Pirtle this season, he averages nearly 4 more points per game, and he's over in 3 of his last 5 games as well, which you guys can see that right here. So I thought this was at 9.5 last night. I'm pretty sure still some 9.5s out there, but the way that the just based on matchup and based on his minutes increasing, I like Kyler Murray Bulls. I think that he can get busy in this game, especially without RJ being there. So that's my thought process as far as a player prop. I did consider like Scotty Barnes is somebody that gets downhill. The one thing that held me up a little bit is that the Pacers, they don't really give up a lot of stuff in transition. And this is a team that in Toronto that likes to score at the rim. So they helped me up a little bit. But Kyler Murray Bulls and under would be the ways that I would be looking in this game. I did write down to 24.5, so it has dropped a point. And that's just the way I think about it. The Raptors should play a little bit of defense. The Pacers, I think can neutralize this version of the Raptors offense as well. So lean Kyler Murray Bulls over his 9.5 points. Let's see what you guys are saying here, if anything at all. What up, Vario? He says Lakers could miss all the starters in double figures since when? Love to see it as a fan, but killed my Hawks money line. But I stayed off of it. I'm not betting Laker games, man. When I saw that LeBron and Luka got ruled in, I was like, oh yeah, they about to take everybody's money. I'm definitely staying off of that. I was so quick to be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good, man. I can't take that Laker team serious right now. Not losing to the Kings in a conference game and then beating Atlanta with Atlanta being rested. Ugh. Super inconsistent team. What else? Any comments on this game? Yeah, Peyton Watson been on fire. But I will say, Prolific, he has been on fire from the 3-point line. It's not necessarily the greatest spot, especially with them having to come from behind. I'm watching that game last night. I'm like, Denver, please don't do this to me, man. Don't go to New Orleans and lose the game. Like, come on, bro. And they ended up getting it together. Got a couple key stops in the NBA for sure. In the fourth quarter, I'm sorry, for sure. But yeah, come on, man, don't do that. What up, 77 Figures? He says, great morning. He says, cash fakers, easy money. Last night, Hawks will regret trading Trey, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Jalen Johnson. Not enough, fellas. Okay. Tommy says he likes the under as well. No bear for Toronto. I can't back him. I kind of agree with that. I could see double-double as well. I could definitely see double-double. I don't know what the odds are, but I was looking at points specifically. I got to check out the rebounds a little bit more. All right, let's keep going. I'm moving way too slow. So next game up is the Cavs and the 76ers, right? So line this one open. It looks like Philly was laying 3.5. It's down to 1. I see a 1.5 out there. Total was 238.5. It's down to 237. So I did see the injury report in this one. It looks like I know VJ, PG, and Embiid are all listed as probable for Philly. And on the Cleveland side of things, no Strus, no Dean Wade, as it typically has been. So I'll just get straight to the point. Cavs are a team that I really, really don't trust. It looks super easy to take Philly in this spot. I'm not quite sure. I think this is the game, probably the best game of the night. Probably the one that I'm probably just going to watch. It feels too easy to take Philly in this spot. Cleveland has been absolutely trashed. They're 5-12 against the spread on the road, just 3-7 against the spread in their last 10. They're coming off a loss, but they were favored by 13 points to the Jazz at home. And maybe it was a little bit of a look-ahead spot. For Philly, it is their first game back home after a 3-game road trip. It is 4th and 6th nights as well. They had the back-to-back in Toronto. And they're only 9-10 against the spread. For as good as Philly has been on the road, which we know they did the best ATS covering team on the road, they have not been great, man, at home for whatever reason. And I'm not quite sure what it is. They're 6-4 against the spread in their last 10. This is a revenge spot for him. Cleveland won the earlier matchup, 132-121. That game was played in Cleveland. It was 16.5-point favorites. Philly was without Joel Embiid, and they were without PG, but I think Maxey did play. So I'm just thinking about everything that I just told you guys that I wrote in my notes yesterday about the game, thinking like, all right, this could be a Cleveland early spot. I think and that's how I kind of lean. I think Cleveland it's a lot of variance in first quarter bets, of course, but I think Cleveland could come out here and, I feel like they got more to prove than Phoenix does. Like, based on them coming off the loss against Utah, based on them looking up in the standings to Philly, like currently they're a game and a half behind this Philadelphia 76ers team. Philly first game back home off a 3-game road trip, and they played 7 of their last 10 games on the road, coming off a nice bounce back win against Toronto. Like, I kind of think Cleveland early. I do think Philly is the better team. The way that they're playing right now, Philly is the better team. Cleveland just so unreliable, but it wouldn't surprise me if Cleveland was able to find a way to win this game. So that's my quick thought process on this game. I still got some more work to do, but lean Cleveland early. Probably Philly full game is my thought process in this one. Let's see if you guys have any thoughts here for me. What's up, J-Man? Appreciate you for tapping in. J-Man says B.I. under his rebounds on the road. Thank me later. Okay. Yeah, Maxey been absolutely going crazy. I thought about just betting on Maxey. Yeah, Adam says he'll take Maxey 30 plus. Line's 26.5, but he'll show off for the ESPN game. Okay. Locks is under for Cavs and 76ers. Okay. Every game went over yesterday. No Face says. Did every game go over yesterday? Every game might have went over yesterday. I'm thinking. I know the Miami game went over. Let's see. Yeah, that went over. Now, I don't think the Wizards and Portland game went over, did it? No, I don't think that game went over. Bulls Rockets did go over. Timberwolves Bucks went over. Pelicans went over. Oh yeah, Spurs game didn't go over either. Spurs gonna score 98 points last night, so every game didn't go over last night. All right, let's keep going. Take a second, do me a favor, hit the like button, run the likes up if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not. Just on here, sharing information every single day, and if you find it valuable, do me a favor and just share the stream, hit the like button, that type of thing, and let's continue. Next up is the Jazz and the Bulls. Line open. I saw Jazz laying 4. I saw the Bulls laying 4.5 in this game, and I saw the total at 246.5. So it looked like a little bit of money coming in on the under. It looks like it's down to 243.5 now. This has moved even since we started the show, and the spread has gone from 2.5. Looks like it's moving towards 3 on some books in this spot as well. So Utah, of course, I think the injury report is pretty clean. Yeah, it's pretty clean. No Kevin Love in this spot, but outside of him, they should be pretty clean. And then on the Chicago side of things, of course, they can submit injury report late. Kobe White did miss yesterday's games. Zach Collins was also out, and Josh Giddey was also out. I feel like I read something that said that Chicago was going to keep Kobe White out yesterday so he could play in that game last night against Houston, so he could play in the game tonight against Utah. So Utah, first leg of back-to-back, they got a game against the Dallas Mavericks tomorrow. And they have that. The thing about Utah now is, like, I feel like they're playing a lot more consistent. They of course, lost by 55 points without a lot of their starters against Charlotte. And then they bounced back in a major way, not just covering the 13, but they win that game outright. And I want to say they won by double digits against Cleveland. I think Utah is the right side in this game as well. I know you don't really want to face Chicago at home, but I don't know. I feel like here's my thing about Chicago. This is the way I kind of handicap the game. First off, it's a second leg of a road home back-to-back. And it's not saying that they can't get up for this game, but it is to say, I think it's something to say about and I'll wait to see if for sure if Kobe White gets rolled in, but I think there is something to say about like Utah being able to put together 2 games together back-to-back. And I think that that's possible here. Like, I don't like the situational spot for Chicago here. And I think Chicago exerted a lot of energy. They was trying to go in Houston and win that game. And it was like, I think it was tied, like going into the fourth quarter yesterday. So just based on all that alone, not knowing if Kobe White is going to play, I think Utah can win this game. The Bulls do have revenge, though. The last time that these two teams played in Utah early this season, I think it was what I wrote in my notes, November 16th in Utah. That was 150 to 147. Utah ended up beating Chicago in that spot. That total was set at 245.5, and it went over the total as well. So not really looking towards the under. I know Chicago's offense hasn't been great recently, but I'm not looking towards the under in this game. Just don't trust the Jazz defense on the road. But I think the Jazz should be able to score if Lauri Markkanen and Keontae George and those guys are playing today. I think that they should be able to score the basketball. So that's my thought process there. Jazz for me plus the points here. Let's see what you guys have here. Yeah, they were definitely under. Double got this one right. Yep, a lot of people calling them out. Yeah, no face. This ain't the right place to come into. Every game he posted is what I meant. I don't think I posted any unders. If you mean just on the show, maybe I talked about it on this, like the games that I talked about on the show. I don't know if I had a total look in every single game yesterday though. Let's see. Locks is taking Jazz straight up. Got Pacers Utah money line parlay. Parlay J says okay. Marketing over his points, rebounds, and assists. Okay. Jazz not allowed to win. Robot says. Okay. Taylor says he'll go Vooch to hit 2 threes. This I already know this makes a lot of sense. He says scores 49% via catch and shoot. Jazz allowed the most points via catch and shoot in the league. Vooch has hit 2+ threes in 10 of his 12 games versus teams that are 21st or worse via catch and shoot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did it already in this game as well, Taylor. I do like I couldn't talk you over this look at all. Even on the second leg of a back-to-back, which is the only thing that would probably scare me a little bit, would be the second leg of back-to-back. But I think Utah, they definitely live to win this game. If Kobe White gets rolled in, though, you'll get a much better number. And if Kobe White gets rolled in, I'll probably like the over a little bit more as well. Like, I just think Chicago used a lot of energy last night to keep up with Houston. I'd be also interested. I'm not going to look it up right now. I'll also be interested to see how well teams have played on the second leg of back-to-back games when they play Houston the night before, because Houston's a physical team that kind of beats you up and plays, kind of slow. So I'll look into a few of those angles after I finish the show today. And if it's anything, appeasing, I'll send it out to the members as a play. Call your assist. I couldn't talk you off, Adam. Keontae George is more like a shooting guard nowadays, man. He's been getting busy. I think the Laurie marketing look by Adam makes a lot of sense. Just because he can score so many points at the rim. And that's what the Bulls give up a lot of points. And they're not a great 3-point defense either, but they give a lot of points at the rim. Ball and Adams with Vucevic playing some drop coverage. I think I could see that as well. Yeah, I think so, D. Johnson. I do think that Chicago, not like if Chicago would have got blown out and didn't play heavy minutes last night, I'd be like, all right, cool. But the way that they were in that game tooth and nail, they were still shooting threes with 2 seconds left trying to score. And I don't think Billy Donovan pulled the players out early either. So that's my thought process in that game. Jazz plus the points for me. All right, next one up is Knicks and Kings. So line open 10.5, 10.5, up to 11.5 on a couple books. Total from 230 to 231.5. On some books, I see as high as 232.5 and as low as 230.5. So everything in between is available. We take a quick look at the injury report. I wrote in my notes yesterday. The Knicks only have Landry Shamet on the report, and then the Kings only have Keegan Murray, and Sabonis. Schroeder continues to be out as well. So we got a Knicks team that we know right off top does not cover spreads on the road. Only 4-14 against the spread on the road, just 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 games. However, Josh Hart did come back in that last game in Portland, and they won that game comfortably. They pulled away late in the fourth quarter. They had like 4 threes back to back to back. I think OG hit 2, Brunson hit 1. And it might have been like McBride to hit the other one. But I was watching the end of that game, just kind of trying to see what was going to happen. So they ended up running away with it in the fourth quarter, ended up covering that game. This is a third game of a 4-game road trip, a Western Conference road trip, and the first leg of a back-to-back. They got the Golden State Warriors tomorrow. So something tells me that because the Knicks go over on the road, because the Knicks don't play as much defense on the road, because the Kings are one of the worst defenses in the league, specifically against the three-point shot, this is an over game. Like for Sacramento, it's 3rd and 4. All have been at home. Coming up back-to-back wins against Houston and LA, where they won 2, completely different ways. Houston game, they just, they didn't really score the basketball a lot, but they were able to, kind of limit Houston's struggling offense right now. And then against the Lakers, they turned up. Like Zach LaVine got it going. DeMar DeRozan got it going. And I like the Sacramento's in a little bit of a rhythm. The fact that the Knicks play the Golden State Warriors tomorrow in a much more meaningful game, in my opinion, I do think that we see over in this game. So I like over 230.5, over 231.5, whatever you can get there. If not, full game over, because I didn't play it yet. If not full game over, I'll play this one first half. We do see Sacramento oftentimes like struggle to score the basketball in the second half. They'll come out, kind of be on fire, kind of like all the bad teams. They come out, can knock down some shots early. And then if the Knicks were able to lock them up in the fourth quarter, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Or if they were just able to run out of gas in the fourth quarter, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But against this Sacramento defense, I think they're absolutely Swiss cheese. I think the Knicks can get whatever it is that they want, especially with Josh Hart being back. So I like Knicks, Sacramento first half over the total. I think the full game could get there as well. I have not played it. And that's my thought process on this one, man. There are a couple player props that I want to look through, but I just haven't been able to get through it, like I said, in this game. Let's see what you guys are saying about this one. Yeah, I agree with this from Parlay J as well. He says Jazz starting to play some defense, Bulls poor offensively. Yeah. I can't disagree with this more. I don't agree with this comment at all. I'm not gonna read it though. Stephen says, Chris, I feel like the plays with we love the most, maybe never cash, and the ones we feel the least confident in typically cash at 60 to 50, 60 to which is why I'm trying to add a little bit more plays. I mean, that's why I ended up with 4 plays yesterday. Unfortunately, like I can't do a double show and give you guys the looks. About the injury report. What else you guys got? Russ for locked. He likes him. His over 30 plus points, rebounds, and assists. Let's see. Bridges points and rebounds. Okay. Anthony, my guy, appreciate you for joining as a member. Whatever I end up playing today, I will send it out. You will have it. Welcome to the ChrisBeCappinn community. And this is a fact, though, Robert. I do agree with this. No way Mike Brown's going to play Mitchell Robinson both ends of a back-to-back. I do agree with that. And I would guess you probably need him less. Overall, you probably need him less, in this game. But I didn't see him on the injury report. I think you probably – I mean, not that you need him tomorrow. He's a defensive liability trying to guard Steph on a switch, on a pick and roll, the way that Golden State likes to shoot threes. But we also got to take that with a grain of salt because how good he is on the offensive glass and, neutralizes itself out for sure. That's spicy, lot. It is really, really spicy. I got to look into the rebounds, but I do like Colin Murray Boyles over his points prop today. So let's just go to a quick recap. If you guys have comments, let me know. I'm just want to go to a quick recap and kind of talk you guys through. I was going through the games last night. It was nothing that I absolutely love, which is why I just put to be determined. But if I'm planning anything today, which like I said, I haven't locked in anything yet. I'll try to get down a few bets. Like I said, I'll share them with the members when I do. Going back to the Toronto game, I think Toronto and Indy is an under game. Under 223.5. We'll see if I actually get there. So hard to play NBA player props these days. Colin Murray Boyles over. I think you can still get 9.5. I got to check around, see if you can get the 9.5, but I will be looking into the double as well. Cleveland early. I told you guys why I like Cleveland early. Probably first quarter is what I would play. They're probably getting like a half a point just based on the spread. And then Utah plus the points. See what happens with the injury report there. You can get a 3.5 right now if you like the Jazz. And then New York and Sacramento first half over. The best number you can get right now for New York and Sacramento first half is 118.5 on FanDuel. So I'll leave you guys with that. But like I said, I haven't bet anything yet. I have not bet anything yet. Yeah, they do start slow, J man. But my thought process is that because they're coming off that big loss to the Utah Jazz, we'll see them. It's situationally. It's situationally. It's not based on what they've been doing recently. It's them not being locked in that last game. Philly first game back home off the 3-game road trip, play 7 of their last 10 on the road. That's my thought process. Harden under 4.5 rebounds at the crib. Against the Wizards? I don't know, man. I'm not sure. The Wizards stink. I actually wrote their team total under in my notes, under 106.5 yesterday. I don't know if I'm gonna get there on that either, but we'll see what happens with the injury report. It's so much crazy stuff that happens on a day-to-day basis. Somebody get ruled in, get ruled out, late scratch here, blah 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 blah. Like I don't care. I see that total did go down to from 106.5 down to 105.5. FanDuel, only place that got a 106.5 left at minus 112 right now. I think the Wizards struggle to score in that game against the Clippers tonight. But I didn't play it. So, all right, that's what I got for you guys, man. I do appreciate you guys for all tapping in, tuning in, hitting the like button, showing all the support, all the positive comments. It's a tough grind. Y'all know if you betting on the NBA every day, it's a tough grind, man. So I do thoroughly appreciate you guys for all tapping in, helping the show become what it has and what it is on a daily basis. Links in the description to check out the things that we talked about: Outlier Jackson, Moneyballer, Odds Jam. And that's going to be it for today. Best of luck on your action. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Turn the notification bell on. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday.